A deadly shooting has claimed the lives of multiple
A mother of
people.
3 children was assaulted and robbed.
Caught in the crossfire of another retail theft with growing frustration.
More victims of crime in Los Angeles.
When I moved to Los Angeles with my family, we were so excited. The beautiful beaches, the warm weather, the amazing people. There's so much to love about this place. But very quickly, we realized, like anywhere, LA has its downsides too. Everyone talks about the traffic, and it's true. LA traffic, it's no joke. But for me, the big thing, it's the public safety. See, I have 3 kids, and it's just really scary to see what's going on with crime in this town. I have a friend who was held up at an ATM at gunpoint. Another one was shot while pulling into his driveway, and he's been in the hospital for months. Some burglars broke into another friend's home, murdered his mother, and then laughed and bragged about it. It's just crazy what's going on here. Now, we moved here from Singapore, where there's basically no violent crime, no homelessness, everyone gets good health care, and not only are rents cheap, but 90% of the people own their own homes because of government subsidies. You see, the leaders there, they care. They're also practical. They know how to get things done. I can't tell you how many times I've dreamed with my wife. What if we could combine a little bit of that good governance with all the things that make LA so magical? What an amazing place this would be. But then I'd read the headlines about another burglary and I'd just get depressed again. Over time, I felt more hopeless. I felt more alone. I felt more disengaged. I didn't know how to make a difference, didn't know how to help, and I certainly didn't know who to vote for. But then one day, a friend of mine invited me to an event hosted by an organization called Thrive LA, and it blew my mind. I found a whole community of people who were thinking just like me. People who want to make a difference, people who wanted to help other people in the community, but in a results-oriented, pragmatic sort of way. And that's what Thrive does. It empowers and unites citizens of Los Angeles like you and me to support pragmatic politicians, get them into office so they can help us solve our biggest problems. See, what we realized is that we live in an attention economy. There's so much noise out there to navigate through, it's hard for us to know what to pay attention to. And in that kind of environment, politicians want to get elected, they need votes. And if they want votes, then they need attention. And if they want attention, then usually they need to say something that's very extreme and in a very combative way. And that's why politics all across the country are getting more and more polarized. That's also why a lot of policies that get into place just don't make sense. They're not designed to help people, they're designed to make the politicians look more extreme. Let me give you one example. In 2014, George Gascón was serving as the district attorney in San Francisco when he co-authored a California statewide law called Prop 47. It changed robberies under $950 from felonies to misdemeanors, basically lowering the punishment for them. And then he became the district attorney of Los Angeles, and he stopped prosecuting a lot of these crimes. Now, I'm not an expert in crime, but I have 3 kids. And I can tell you, if people know they're not going to get punished, they will commit more crime. That's obvious. That's just common sense. And that's why crime in Los Angeles is up 4 times more than the national average since 2014 when that law was put into place. What else would you expect? So Thrive LA has endorsed Gascón's opponent, Nathan Hochman. He's a great candidate. He's a dedicated community leader. He's had an illustrious career across private and public sector. And most importantly, he's practical. He's results-oriented. He wants to help people, but he is not focused on polarizing the voter population and putting in extremist policies that don't make sense. This is just one example, but the Voter's Guide published by Thrive LA can get you up to speed quickly in all the pragmatic candidates and the issues that plague this city. Like me, you might have felt frustrated and disempowered in this political process. But the reality is you're not alone. We do have a voice. We can make a difference. And that's why I'd highly recommend that you go to thrivelosangeles.org/LA Voter Guide and take a look today.